Hey guys, what's up? Ryan Knows Tech with TechCourse.com, and today I'm going to take care of another request video. I said before, you can send requests to Ryan at TechCourse.com. We're going to take a look at the utilities that come with Mac OS X. I've done a decent amount with OS X, and I don't think I've ever really looked at what comes with it. And for people who don't use it, like I used to be just a few months ago, you really don't know what utilities you get. So to get your utilities, you're going to go to Applications in your dock, and all the way down at the bottom is the little Utilities folder. We'll click that, and we'll go ahead and open it in Finder so we can get a better view. You actually get quite a few things here. All right, so you've got, you probably won't have this, but this is the 2009 aluminum wireless keyboard firmware update. Obviously, I have the keyboard. And it's checking for updates now, and it says it's up to date. So that's just a nice little thing to check the firmware of my keyboard. You've got the activity monitor. I think we've all seen this before. It's like the task manager in Windows. It tells you your CPU usage. Mine's actually really high right now doing screen recording. Double click it to get a better view. The red is your kernel time. System memory is going to tell you that I have 1.65 gig free, inactive 393 meg. I'm using 2.35 gig, and I've got 4 gig. There's a little map of that. Disk activity here, that's going to tell you your hard drive, data written per second, data read, all kinds of stuff there. Disk usage, you can select your disks here. Here's my 1 terabyte hard drive. Space free, 762 gig. Space utilized, 236 gig. And then here's some information about network. Data sent, data received, kind of like your hard drive. All this stuff that's jumping around here is all the processes that you have running. So QuickTime, which I'm using to do the screen recording, is taking 112% of my processor. Well, it's 112 because it's a dual core. So it's taking about just over 50%, about 56% of each core, which is pretty high. It's going to tell you your memory. The biggest application using memory right now for me is the kernel task. It's only using 3.8% processor. Your threads, your CPU time, and most of this is 64-bit architecture. However, TweetDeck, ADM Flash, iTunes, FlipShare, which actually doesn't need to be running, all that kind of stuff is not 64-bit. But that's pretty much your task manager utility. Adobe Air, this is just stuff that comes with Adobe. Airport utility is my wireless router software. You might not have that. Apple Script Editor, honestly, I don't really know. I am not a developer or anything. I really don't do that advanced stuff, but I'm going to guess that's kind of like command prompt. Maybe. I'm not saying, I mean, it's obviously not terminal, but I really honestly don't know. Audio MIDI setup. You can mess with your audio channels and hear your headphones. We're on 2-bit 16 or 2-channel 16-bit over here. That's your built-in output. You can mess with your audio stuff there. Bluetooth file exchange, Bluetooth firmware update. Those are pretty self-explanatory. Boot Camp, if you want to run Windows on your Mac. I have a video on how to do that. It's actually really simple, but you can run that if you need to do that. Color sync utility. You can mess with the colors on your monitor. I don't need to do that right now because it's all calibrated all right, but you can change the way it looks. Got a console here. I honestly have never used this. Kind of looks like almost an event log. I've never needed it. I'm going to guess that's kind of what it is. Digital color meter. So you can go around your desktop here and see the colors or something, which is actually kind of cool. I'll come over here to my hard drive. It tells me the red, green, and blue % of that image. Might be useful for developers. Disk utility. This is kind of like the disk utility in Windows. It's going to allow you to format, disk permissions, erase, set up RAID, restore, all kinds of stuff here on your hard drives, your flash drives, your DVDs. Pretty self-explanatory. Coming down, expose. That's the thing that puts it all like that. 4 fingers down on your trackpad, or the F3 key will do that. Grab is kind of like snippet in Windows. Let's see, we'll go over to grab here, and you can go up to File, let's see, Capture. We'll do Capture Window, and then choose the window. How about I don't really know how this works. We'll click that, and then there's a screenshot of that window. So it might be useful. I've actually found that the keys on the keyboard, which is Command-Shift-3 for the full screen and Command-Shift-4, that'll let you drag around your desktop like that and choose an image to take a picture of. Grab's useful. Grapher, it sounds pretty self-explanatory to me. You can make graphs with it. Java preferences, we all know what that does. Keychain access is where Mac OS X remembers your passwords and stuff. We come over here. Here's all the passwords that the Mac has saved for me. Migration Assistant, if you get a new Mac, it can back all your stuff up, talk directly to the new one, do that. I only have one Mac right now, so I don't really need that, but you can use it. Network Utility, well, sounds pretty self-explanatory to me. You can see all kinds of stuff about your network, stuff that you really don't need to do unless you're pretty advanced with it. So there's my IP address. That's my Bluetooth. Let's go over to the airport card. We're connected at 300 megabits, which is 802.11n. Podcast capture. Honestly, I've never used that. Sounds kind of cool. It looks like it wants a server. So there's that. RAID utility, set up multiple hard disks spaces. You can enable different desktop spaces. Remote install Mac OS X. This would be quite useful if you've got a MacBook Air. You can install it, I'm going to guess, over the network or over the internet. System profiler, we've probably seen this before. It's going to give you all your specifications on your Mac, memory, parallel, network stuff, software, all the information. Go away. Terminal, this is your command prompt equivalent. It's a little prettier than command prompt. I really know no commands because I'm pretty new to Mac and I really haven't needed any stuff like that. VoiceOver is the utility that you use to talk to your computer. For example, close system utilities, which is not responding. There we go. Quit. All right. VoiceOver is running. Nah, go away. X11. Great question. I've seen it before on people's computers. For what I do, I don't think I need it. Probably because I don't know what it is. Oh, this crap running down here. But it kind of looks like a terminal window to me. I don't know what it does. I don't need it. But I think anything that you really need is definitely in here. The more stuff you install, the more information you get. But that's pretty much what comes with your Mac. If you have any questions, please comment below. Email me for those request videos. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. But before then, be sure to check out techcores.com. It's our blogging site. My Twitter is twitter.com/JamesRSchultz. And then every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we host our live web shows on stickem.com/techcores. Please subscribe. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.